So, when did you guys first form your band? Please speak loud and clear, too.
Okay, it was probably, we came up with the idea for it, like, probably 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But officially, like, started...
Yeah, we didn't actually start playing instruments or anything until,
like, we really got official about it probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what is your main genre of music you guys focus on?
Alternative rock. Yeah, alternative rock.
Okay, so what are your guys' process of writing your own music?
Well, pretty much it's just whenever it comes to us, like, I don't know, one of our songs just came to me when I was doing dishes. Like,
yeah, you just gotta, like, if you come up with something, you just gotta, like, run and write it down.
Yeah, if it
quick.
comes to you, you just write it down fast as you can. And then once you kind of have the idea for it or whatever, then Bryce and I usually build off of that and get, like, kind of the basic song structure down. And then we get together with Drew, who is our drummer, and we kind of finish up the song. We finish up the lyrics and get instrumentals and stuff to it like that.
Okay, have you guys thought of getting a notebook and carrying it around for any inspiration like that?
We've got, like, a big binder, like a big notebook.
I don't know, we don't really have a notebook. It's more just like a binder full of a bunch of papers.
Yeah, it's just a binder with a bunch of papers. We usually just grab a piece of paper and write it down, and then goes into the binder. And then when we
it's still all organized.
Yeah,
but it's not really a notebook.
Yeah, it's our own process. It's just everything goes in the binder, and then when we get kind of everything fits together in the end. Yeah.
So, your band, how did you guys figure out the name of it?
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, that was all him. We were like bouncing names around, and they were all just kind of like cheesy.
Yeah, they were all pretty crappy names.
And then he was just.
And then I don't know. I was reading a book, and the word Unfazed came along, and I was just like, "Yo, like that'd be a sick band name." So that's kind of where it came from. So then I ran it past Bryson, and he was like, "Yeah, like that'd be awesome." And so it just kind of stuck from there. That was.
So what's your favorite celebrity, artist, or who's your role model?
Probably
Well, we each kind of have our own, like, that's the good thing about our band is that we each have, like, our own influences, and then we, like, bring it together in our own sound.
Yeah,
So,
we
like,
kind of pride ourselves in that. Like, it's very individual. We all have our own tastes in music, but we bring it together.
He's more like the Green Day, like, punk guy, and then I'm like John Lennon and like the Beatles and all that retro stuff, and then our drummer is more like the heavy metal type guy.
But like,
that's
what we kind of like that because we all bring it together, and from our own taste, that's what helps us kind of round out songs and stuff and fit everything together the best. So, but our biggest inspiration for starting our band was our our band intern that we had and a couple years ago, and he continued to like be our sub teacher and stuff. His name's Mr. Brandt, Andrew Brandt, and he's a band teacher.
And he has his own band.
Yeah, and we found out that he had a band, and we were like, oh, that's awesome, they have a band. And so we looked up his band, and we were like, yo, you guys are awesome.
So he just kind of like inspired
Yeah, and
us.
so like through our whole thing, like once we made our demo CD and stuff, we gave it to him, and he sent us a big email like, you know, you could do this. This is really awesome. So he's helped us along, and he's been kind of our biggest inspiration. And then this is a long answer, but
come on.
Another one of our big inspirations was my auntie, because she taught us she taught Bryce and I how to play guitar. For Drew, his inspiration was his first drum teacher I know. That's what he would say.
And so you talk about Drew a lot. Are you guys the three members in the band?
I'm on vocals and guitar. Bryson is guitar and harmonica, sometimes vocals, and Drew is our drummer.
Yeah, like at first it was just gonna be like he wasn't gonna play guitar at first, and it was just gonna be me on guitar, him singing, and Drew on the drums. But then he started playing guitar, and we were like, man, this is actually sick.
Yeah, it fits together better that way.
And then
So I heard at the pep rally you guys weren't going to perform unless Drew came?
yeah, you know, we're like pretty united as a band. Like if one guy isn't in for it, like.
Well, the thing is, like, it was gonna be our first show, and so we were kind of looking at it as, okay, this is our best song, and we made it as a band, so we want to perform it as a band, especially if it's a first thing. Like we just kind of thought, like there was a lot of people there, and so when we were thinking about it, we were like, okay, that's, you know, we want everyone to be
Wouldn't
there.
be the
we wanna,
same
yeah,
if
we
you
want to
wasn't
be there
there.
as a band. We want to be there as a group. So we weren't gonna go unless he was
Yeah.
there.
So what's your guys' favorite memory with the band and your favorite part of being in the band?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, probably the pep rally's up there because, like,
Yeah.
that was our first gig and
First
everything.
gig
So,
was pretty good.
But, like, I don't know,
Probably the most satisfactory moment that we've had, well, one of them so far, was when we completed our demo CD, our first EP, because it took us like 12 hours to record one song. So
Yeah, we, like, slept over
Yeah,
at
we
his
slept
house
over
and,
at his
like-
house for like 3 nights and knocked this thing off, and it was a really long process. But so probably the most satisfying thing was just
holding it in-
holding that CD in our hands at the end, and then we went down to his basement and just
like,
put it in the
jam.
machine and just like listen to our music, and that was really
was pretty
awesome.
And whose basement was this in? Sorry?
This was in Drew's basement.
Drew's. Okay,
Yeah.
so he has all the recording information.
Yeah.
So, do you guys currently have any future plans for this band?
From here, because I mean, our big focus was our first album,
Yeah, getting
Homework.
the demo
That's the
CD
name.
out, that was, like, the main
Yeah,
thing.
and so we were focusing on the demo for like a really long time, and it was kind of like stressing down on us, and so.
But then we just, like, we're like, okay, we can't just keep
Yeah.
letting this get in the way, so we just kind of finished it.
We just,
and
yeah,
now,
like we said, we just got together and just knocked it off, and then after that, we just kind of were like, you
more
know,
of a creative
yeah. Now we're
period.
just kind of focusing. Like, we finished the CD. Now we've like done our first gig. Like we've really, you know, we're really feeling this is a high point in the band. So we're just kind of like really letting the creative process take a hold of us. We're coming up with like lots of new material and stuff. And we're just kind of focusing on that, just not really worrying about anything in
Recording or
particular. We're not,
anything.
we're not like worrying about any crunch or anything, but we're just kind of just letting the creative process flow. But definitely a goal that we're working towards is another
Gig at the
gig, a gig at
Exchange.
like renting out a place like the Exchange or something like that is probably another step that we want to take.
So, what do you hope happens with your band? Like, is it just going to be a school thing, or do you want it to be more?
I don't know,
mean-
man. I'm pretty sure everybody hopes that their band is gonna make it big. But
Yeah,
like,
like
I don't know,
obviously
we're
that's a
just-
thing in the back of our heads, but kind of from the beginning, the only reason we did it is just because, you know, we like playing music and we
Yeah,
like
like
playing
we
music
want to just.
together.
The bottom line is we just want to play music for people so that people can hear it. There's no like overall goal in every.
Yeah.
Like there's no end goal. It's just kind of like
Yeah, like,
play
let's just
music
see
for
where it
people
take us.
who want to hear it.
So, yeah.
And what does your usual practice consist of? How many hours a day do you do?
Well, the thing is, we get together with Drew quite a bit, but if we're gonna practice, it has to be at his place because we can't really move a giant drum kit
That's
out
true.
to my house. So
He lives in the city.
yeah, and he lives in the city, so that's a thing. Is
Transportation is tough.
yeah.
But I mean,
once
like,
we get our
you-
licenses, it'll be fine. But
But like usually, if we do it, it's usually like a double or
yeah,
triple sleepover.
we're usually sleeping over a couple nights because then that way we like really just knock off lots of practice, and
So
we just
usually,
take
usually I would say like a practice session when we get together with them is like 6 or
lots of hours.
yeah,
like,
like 6 or 8 hours.
and
Probably.
we just we load up everything in the van, guitars, amps, mics, everything, load it up, take it to his place, go up to his room and just plug everything in, everything set up. I mean, like, we don't have a mic stand. For a mic stand, we have to use a lamp. We duct tape the microphone to a lamp. So that was
It's the ghetto
Have to
mic
improvise.
stand.
the ghetto mic stand. And then we just
But as far as practicing goes, I don't know. We don't really take any breaks. It's pretty much just like as soon as we get there, go. The only time that we take any breaks is to eat. But I
Yeah.
mean, other than that,
And even still, like, it's not intense practicing or anything. Like, we're just having a good time playing. Like, it's just fun.
Do you guys have any regrets about making a band or anything like that?
Regrets? No. Like, it's just been a
yeah,
really-
it's pretty smooth sailing from when
Yeah.
we started to now. But
it's just been a good ride. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the one thing is that maybe get like
putting off the CD for so long, like we had it in our head that we wanted to do it, but we just didn't really know how, and so rather than looking into it, we just kind of
like, yeah, whatever.
like we'll get it done, you know. So then we just
kind of weighed us down for a long time. Like we felt like we couldn't do anything else because the CD wasn't done. Like
so.
But now that we got it done,
probably regret is just not getting the CD done quicker, because like since then it's just been like everything's been going uphill. Like it's just been way better.
Do you guys have any extra copies of your CD you will be passing around, or?
Yeah, I mean, right
or are
now.
you selling them, or?
Yeah, now we're out, but we do sell copies for a recommended donation of $5.
yeah, because we don't want to be like,
we don't want to
people.
force it on people. Like, hey, like you have to pay. If they can't pay, then whatever. We just want to put our music out there. We want people to hear it, so it's not really that big of a deal. But we see it as like, if the people want to support us and they want to hear the music, like $5 isn't that much. Like just sauce us $5 or whatever. And so CDs, we gotta burn some more right now, but yeah.
But yeah, we definitely have some. So.
Well, thank you so much for your guys' time.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if you wanted like pictures or whatever, but
Yes,
we have band
please.
pictures.
Yeah.
I can grab a laptop or whatever.